Fire Emblem is perhaps my favorite video game franchise of all time. Playing Fire Emblem Awakening rekindled a love for video games that had been diminishing in previous years, and now look at me. Yeah, Fire Emblem's to blame for all this, and now we're approaching July 26th, the worldwide release for Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is the first game in the series since Shadows of Valentia and the first non-remake since Fates, plus the first mainline game on the Switch and the first since Heroes gained a new fanbase on mobile. A lot of firsts in total, so there's a lot of excitement around this game. The hype has also been slowly growing with each new reveal of the content and gameplay, especially after the most recent E3 trailer and gameplay showcase, overcoming even the occasional trepidation from those fans like myself who remember the Fates hype train. Fire Emblem for Switch has had a long journey, starting with the announcement of its development back in January of 2017 with an expected release date of 2018. Then silence, for more than a year, until a trailer dropped as part of Nintendo's E3 conference in 2018. It showed bare-bones environments and battles with a lot of mysterious story elements and the name for the game. And it also showed a new spring 2019 release time. Since we're past spring, you can probably guess what happens next. Three Houses had a feature part in a February Nintendo Direct with a lot of content, but also the news that the game had a set release date delayed to late July. Clearly this game has gone through some development problems, but the day it finally releases is fast approaching. For those who don't know the series, Fire Emblem is a turn-based strategy game developed by Intelligent Systems and produced by Nintendo that has gained significant popularity in the last 6 or 7 years. If you want more details on the series as a whole, I have a video on why you should play Fire Emblem that goes into gameplay more in detail. For now though, I'm going to give an abridged summary, then go into current story information on Three Houses. Fire Emblem is a turn-based tactics game which has over the years developed a strong social aspect continued in this game, and is known for the permadeath system and basically defining the genre. Three Houses is the 16th entry in the mainline series and first on a home console since Radiant Dawn in 2010. What is the premise of Three Houses though? On the continent of Fodlan, 1,000 years of peace have reigned with the Divine Church of Seiros at the center, literally, of this. From the Garreg Mach Monastery, they have overseen the religious affairs of the land and helped broker peace between the nations. The monastery also boasts the Officers' Academy that trains the next generation leaders of the three nations of Fodlan, the Adrestrian Empire, the Holy Kingdom of Faerghus, and the Leicester Alliance. Our story begins as Byleth, the child of the famous mercenary and ex-leader of the Holy Knights of Seiros, Geralt. After saving the three future leaders of the aforementioned countries by the use of a mysterious power granted by a strange girl, possibly dragon, named Sothis, Byleth is invited to become a teacher at the Officers' Academy. While there, Byleth will have to choose which country's students they want to be in charge of. The Black Eagles from the Adrestrian Empire, represented by Edelgard, the Blue Lions from Faerghus, represented by Dimitri, or the Golden Deers of Leicester, represented by Cloud. The most recent E3 trailer revealed that Garreg Mach is just the first part of the game, after which is a 5-year time skip where everything goes to hell in a handbasket. You stayed though with the nation whose house you taught during the first part of the game. After the release of the February trailer, the jokes started in earnest. I mean the comparisons. A lot of people have called this edition Harry Potter Emblem or Persona Emblem. And I do understand the reasons for these comparisons, mainly because of the Academy setting. The Persona comparison has continued with the additional information revealed, such as the calendar system and simply the similarity in certain character designs. However, it is distinctly a different game. It's even different from many Fire Emblem games, mainly in positive ways that have been seen so far, and even more so for the returning mechanics. Gameplay-wise, the combat seems fairly similar to prior games, including recent developments like personal skills and combat arts. The biggest change, though, is the elimination of the weapon triangle, or at least the effective elimination, since there are new breaker skills that accomplish pretty much the same thing that the weapon triangle did before. Gambits are a new system as well that gives special attacks, and battalions now accompany soldiers in battle, offering unique boosts depending on their composition. In addition to making the battles look more like the large-scale fights these battles are supposed to be, Overall, the gameplay looks great from animation to new developments, and that's just the information we currently have, since there is also new stats and plenty more to learn about. The changes don't stop there though. Army management has become so much more in-depth, with every unit having classes chosen by you as the player/teacher. You tell students what to study and work on, and while certain characters have stronger affinities or deficiencies for certain skills, with enough work, any skill can become exceptional. The greater customizability for the army is one of the biggest selling points of the game, and it's certainly gotten me excited to try it out. It also helps with replayability since you can adjust your unit plans during each playthrough. Social aspects such as supports and marriage after the time skip return, and we all knew that was going to happen. Not including proper support conversations would be quite the mistake to make, eh, Radiant Dawn and Shadow Dragon? Beyond this, the new feature of traveling around the monastery also enables you as Byleth to interact with the various students far more frequently, which I believe will only serve to increase our attachment to them. I truly can't wait because the characters look fantastic both in background and in design. Speaking of design, the art is looking better to me every time I see it. The designs already had caught my eye, but now the environments, UI, and cutscenes are standing out as well. Musically, all I've heard has been good, but then again, if there was one area I wasn't concerned about with this game, it was the music. Fire Emblem knows how to do music. The inclusion of full voice acting is simply the cherry on top of a delicious sundae of presentation for this game that I can't wait to dive into. For returning mechanics, it seems they've taken inspiration from all across the Fire Emblem universe. From Shadows of Valentia, we're seeing the return of Milla's turn wheel, a way to reset moves in battle, now named the Divine Pulse. From the Tellius games, we have the return of extra movement after combat for Pegasus Knights and cavalry units, which increases those classes' utility. Dismounting from Thracia, the split paths of fates without the paywall, and more. It feels like Intelligent Systems dug deep into their history to find what might work with this game, and came back with a load of treasures that I can't wait to test out. A lot of the new developments, I'd say, are things that IS and Nintendo have been gradually trying to do with the franchise, and now can with the power of the Switch. Full exploration of Garreg Mach Monastery connects to the My Castle feature from Fates and the exploration aspects of Shadows of Valentia. The time skip has been done before to great effect in Genealogy of the Holy War, and was done to great— wait, that happened? In Awakening. Three Houses to me seems to be the game where the resources at the developer's disposal began to equal their ambitions, and I think they've been taking full advantage. I'm excited for this game every time I watch a new character introduction, see a trailer, or find out any new information about the game. The game is packed with so much detail and seems to be geared towards players having their version of Fire Emblem, from those seeking the hardest challenge to those seeking to hang out with their favorite characters. The one thing I keep coming back to is that this game looks like so much fun, and if it delivers on that promise, it will be an amazing debut for the franchise on the Switch. Thank you for listening to me ramble about Three Houses. I suspect I'm not done with this game on the channel by a long shot, to the point where I might do a specialized Fire Emblem week once I complete the game. Early days yet, but it's never too early to plan. Let me know in the comments which house you're picking. My order goes Black Eagles, Golden Deer, and then Blue Lions. In the meantime, please leave a like, subscribe for more content about Fire Emblem and video games in general, and I hope you have a great day, and happy gaming!